Hola! Today we are going to talk about direct objects in Spanish. And we're going to start out by hopefully reviewing with you on how to pick a direct object out in a sentence and what its role is in the sentence. So a direct object answers the question who or what about the action of the verb. So it receives the action of the verb. And I have a couple of example sentences for you in both English and Spanish, and you see that it's set up very similarly in both languages. So in English, we'd say, I always order soup. Order what? Soup. Soup's the direct object. In the translation, same thing. Yo siempre pido la sopa. Sopa is the direct object. Mom cleans the dishes. Mom cleans what? Dishes. That's the direct object. Mamá limpia los platos. Platos is the direct object. Okay, so picking out or what the role of the direct object is the same in both languages. Okay. In English, you can replace direct objects in a sentence with a pronoun. Examples of a direct object pronoun in English would be him, her, it, me, them. Okay, those would all be examples of a direct object pronoun. So I always order it. Okay, that replaces soup in that first sentence. Mom cleans them. Them replaces the word dishes in the sentence. Those are called direct object pronouns. What we're going to be talking about today is what the direct object pronouns are in Spanish, and then how to use those in a sentence, how to replace a direct object in a Spanish sentence. If you need to finish writing the notes here, please pause the video, and then we'll go on to talk about what the direct object pronouns are. Okay. So we're going to be talking about 4 direct object pronouns in Spanish. There are a few others, for instance, me or you or us, or the other direct object pronouns. We're going to talk about those at a different time. The third person ones that we're going to deal with are lo, la, los, and las. And how you choose among these 4 pronouns is you take a look at the words you're replacing in the sentence. If the word you're replacing is masculine and singular, we'll use lo. And the translation of that is probably it or possibly the word him if you're replacing the name of a male. Feminine and singular pronoun is la. Okay, so a word that was feminine and singular, la is the translation for its direct object pronoun, the it word. On the plural side of things, los and las, both masculine and plural, and then feminine and plural. So you take a look at the word you're replacing. That helps you decide which direct object pronoun to use. Okay, we're going to practice this on the next slide, but if you need to finish writing down the notes here, please pause the video. On the next slide, we're going to do a little practice on picking out which pronoun to use to replace a word in a sentence. So pause here if you need to, and then we'll go on to the next slide. Okay, so here's our practice activity, picking out which pronoun to use to replace this word in the sentence. So if this word was the direct object, do you want lo, la, los, or las to replace it in the sentence? So what I want you to do is pause the video, decide which pronoun to use for each one, and then start the video up again and we will go through the responses. Okay, so please pause now and decide your responses. Okay, so here are the responses you should have, and we'll go through each one. Los sandwiches. This word is masculine and plural, so its replacement word would be los. Translation for that would be them. Okay. Arturo. Lo. Masculine and singular. Translation would be him for the pronoun. La leche. La would be its direct object pronoun. It was feminine and singular. Leche, even though it ends in an E, is a feminine word. Mis amigas. To switch that to them, it's las, feminine and plural. Okay. Las camas, same thing, feminine and plural, so las is its pronoun. La mesa switches to la, feminine and singular. It would be that translation. Juan y Julia. Okay. Them is your translation for the pronoun, which is los, masculine and plural. Since Juan is a guy, we need the masculine form. Al refresco, lo, it. Okay. Las hamburguesas, las. Okay, so all of these examples, we're taking a look at the word we're replacing to choose the correct pronoun. Now, pause the video here if you want to write down any of your responses. Then we're going to go on to talk about the placement of these pronouns in a sentence. Okay, now going back to using this in a sentence. Once you have chosen the direct object in the sentence, and you've chosen the pronoun to replace it with, now we have to talk about how to organize the new sentence. Okay, and so the general rule on this is that once you have replaced the direct object with a pronoun, okay, you've got to take out that word that you're replacing. The pronoun you use should be placed before the verb in the sentence. So if you go back to our two original sentences, I always order the soup. Okay? We have replaced now the word soup, la sopa, with its pronoun, la. So I always order it. My translation now is yo siempre pido, or yo siempre la pido. Okay? Taking out the word la sopa, replacing it with la, and that word la goes in front of the verb. So yo siempre la pido. Okay, mom cleans them, okay, meaning the dishes. We've replaced los platos with its pronoun los. Okay. Place that in front of the verb. My new sentence is mamá los lava or mamá los limpia. Okay, if I use the verb that I had earlier, I believe I have limpia on there. Okay. In either case here, we chose the pronoun and placed it in front of the verb in the sentence. Okay. Maybe another example would be I order the hamburger. Okay. Yo pido la hamburguesa. It's a new sentence. I order it. Yo la pido. Okay. So we're replacing the direct object, putting the pronoun in front of the verb now. Okay, we're going to do a little bit of practice with this. Some sentences where we are taking the direct object out and replacing it with a pronoun. Pause here if you need to finish these notes, and then we'll take a look at a few examples. Okay, so here are our practice sentences for this lesson. What you have here are 5 different sentences that all contain direct objects. What I want you to do is pick out the direct object in the sentence and replace it with its pronoun. The rest of the sentence is going to stay the same, but replace the direct object and then rewrite it with that pronoun before the verb. So pause the video here and decide on your responses. Okay, after a few seconds, we're going to take a look at the answers. So pause here, please. Okay, these are your responses for these sentences. Okay, so let's take a look at numero uno. Original sentence was yo pido el tocino todos los días. Tocino is your direct object. I order what? I order bacon. Okay. You take out the words el tocino in the original sentence. Its pronoun should be lo, because that was a masculine singular word. New sentence, yo lo pido todos los días. I order it every day. Okay, numero dos, ellos quieren pan dulce. Okay, they want sweet bread or they want rolls. Our sentence in English would now be they want them or they want it. Okay, pan dulce gets replaced with lo. Okay, masculine and singular word. Ellos lo quieren is our new sentence. Número 3. Servimos café con crema. Okay. Café con crema is our direct object. Now you can argue that just café is the direct object, and then the new sentence would be lo servimos con crema. We serve it with cream. That would be all right too. In my example, I took out the entire phrase café con crema, and that works as well. New sentence, nosotros lo servimos. Café was masculine and singular, so lo is its pronoun. Número 4. Ella pone la mesa. She sets the table. New sentence, she sets it. La mesa is replaced with la. New sentence, ella la pone. The la is placed in front of the verb. Last example, ¿quieres los huevos? Do you want eggs? If I was to replace the direct object there, the sentence in English would be, do you want them? Los quieres. Los huevos is replaced with los, and that's placed in front of the verb. Okay, pause here if you need to finish these responses, if you're writing this in your notes. Otherwise, take a look at the website for any other practice that we did today on this lesson.